So why do people give up in affiliate marketing? The answer might not be as obvious and it may be shocking and some of this might be upsetting, but trust me, I have your best interest at heart and what I'm going to tell you will really help you move forward with affiliate marketing and have something longer term. So I put a list together that I'll go over here in a moment, but before I do, my name is Michael and I've been in affiliate marketing for many years, over a decade now. And I started in the health and wellness niche. I then went into e-business, e-marketing, make money online, to now in finance, funding, helping people with credit, cash flow, collateral, liquidity, equity, real estate in the mix, and then some. I've put together investment proposals for high-level projects, equity and debt, private equity. I put together detailed project budgets, pro formas, business plans, and plenty more. I know how to identify businesses' problems, constraints, help fix, grow, scale them. I'm very mathematically sound. Systems and writing are my best format, not one for words or small talk. I'm the introvert, cerebral, analytical type, and it's already hard for me making this video like this. It's very scary for me still, and it takes a lot of courage. I'm showing up this way because I feel like this is a way that I can show up even more and give you even more value. And so I hope you can acknowledge and respect that as an individual, I'm someone who does truly care. I'm very loyal. I have myself together, characteristic traits, governing principles, values, vision, mission, morals, ethics, characteristic traits, and the right belief system, the right fear system, because we will all have that. But it's having the right one and the right approach in this. And so, one last thing before I do get into this list is I was once someone who struggled. And yeah, hard to believe if you've been watching me for some time, like, yeah. And I was once in a financial logistics position for a huge contracting company servicing HP and others in the vicinity. I was underpaid, undervalued. I stayed there for post stability after academics and once having studied chemical engineering. And then I went into business, got my degree there. I wanted to start a business. So I'm very much the scientific, chemistry is my favorite class kind of person. And then I've worked in construction, warehousing, manufacturing, was once a ramp agent in a courier, administrative, dispatch role. Did not like that as well as other positions, but sometimes we have to do what we have to do, right? And then I helped in their marketing side, looked at the financial side, looked at the customer side, to then financial logistics, doing a lot of data budgeting, inventory, supply chain, a lot of things up here. And then also with lifting media boxes to deliver. And then there's a downturn, 50 plus people relieved. I'm one of them. I have to go back to unemployment benefits and food stamp cards. It was one of the hardest times in my life. Going to pay with my EBT, going to have a family meal. And I'm the oldest. I have a younger brother and then it's me. We're usually 6, 7 years apart. And I'm not a bad person, but it's what it felt like. Super embarrassed. I didn't just want another job though, another career, another certification. I've had many. Go back to school, continue my education, get another degree. All this stuff that does go on and around our heads, right? We start thinking about it over and over, and we keep hearing voices from others, not just from ourselves, but from what other people want to influence us or not influence us, but give us their own opinions, their own thoughts, their own experiences. But is that one validated? It could be or not. But then is that the way to go? Where everybody else is programmed to do what everybody else does traditionally? Go to school, get a job, work there, retire there. That's no longer always the case and the necessity anymore. And then go do a trade or something else and then retire off that and go start a business around this traditional brick and mortar with all these moving parts and upkeep management, preventative maintenance and inventory, high overhead, high expenses, all these moving parts, a building you need, employees you need, government contracts. And that's the amazing thing about affiliate marketing is you don't need all that. So as someone who's reviewed a lot of businesses, restaurants, manufacturing, construction, wedding events, venues, many event-based businesses, Amazon FBA, drop shipping, I've had a lot of people come to me. And it's not only what and how I know how to do it because I know how to at a high level and execute. It's who I am and why I am as a person. And that's why most people come to me. And I'm so thankful and grateful for it. And I'm not putting up a front. It's how I've always been and who I've always been. And I truly do care. I care about community. It's more to me than the money. And that's something you have to pay attention to, that it's more than just the money. And that's where I'm going to start a little bit. So let me log back in here to my computer because I hadn't clicked the button or anything, moved it. And so that was the long story short of it. I wanted to do something different, and then I got in this path, learned, got in online, and started building things. And that's the long story short of it. And they don't always go well. I had my ups and downs, like you are going through now or will go through. Or you can shorten that learning curve by following a proven blueprint and roadmap and following that for success. And I'll have more information down below on my #1 recommended way to begin, as I've been showing others. And I have a free and private Facebook group where I can help you and others. So going through this journey, I've had my setbacks. I still do, even though I'm doing well. And so one of the things here that I wanted to get into is having the right expectations. So even before that, let me come back. Why do so many people give up? Why do they quit? They don't have a strong enough reason why they're doing it. Oh, yes, I do. It just doesn't work. We'll get into why it doesn't work. However, most people, they struggle identifying with who and why they are the way they are. It's just the truth. And until the identity shifts, the beliefs, the fears that someone has, the way they're programmed, this is why business in general is very hard to them. It's hard for them to understand their assets, their liquidity, why their customers are the most important thing in their business, how to function and understand customer lifetime value, true gross profit, true net profit, free cash flow, a lot of different numbers I'm not going to get into today. And so it's identifying with one's self internally, not just externally. I'm doing this because of money. That will be something that gets you in, and as fast as you get in, you'll likely be out. And if not right away, you're just chasing money. Well, I need to pay the bills, and they have unrealistic expectations. That's part of it, is when they get into this to get into something that's get rich quick. That's not what this is. Push button and there's no effort on your behalf. There may be minimal, or in terms of you have a system, you have the products, but you still want to do your part in showing up. But have a strong enough reason why. What's that thing that's itching inside of you, that's painful, that's a problem right now? And you're going to carry that with you throughout your journey. Even if you refine your why as you go through your journey, it's like, man, I don't want to get back into that 9 to 5, the process, the fulfillment of what I was doing, the struggle day in and day out on what I was on, not comfortable, not feeling like I had enough security, enough protection, enough layering over me, and doing what I want to do more of. Like, have to go and provide for my family. I want to stick up to them and help them more and show up for them more in ways that I wanted to always, but I haven't, or haven't been able to lately. And having more freedom, that's another thing, is not having to trade your time for money, wanting more freedom so you can spend more time with your loved ones, go on vacation, more travel, as I'm able to do, which is awesome. And there's nothing better than that. And so I can get into a lot more things, but figure out that internal reason why. What's that burning desire down below in here, in that gut, day to day, that keeps right there, that flame that just keeps emitting, and carry that with you. Because the more you carry that with you, the more purpose you'll have, the more you'll identify with your purpose and your identity. And also, not just saying an example of, I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to learn how to kick a soccer ball. I want to learn how to run an event. Cool. Does that mean that's who you really want to be? Or you just want to do it? You need to do it. You have to say, I am a guitarist. I am a soccer player. I am a football player. You have to say those things, because you have to affirm and have those affirmations and assume in your assumptions and imagine where you will be and do that activity and those activities to get you there, and speak it, think it to existence. Manifestation is huge. And personal development, self-growth, self-mastery is something that I've learned in this journey over many years, and it goes a long ways. So you can learn those things too. It'll be helpful. And so have a strong why. I can go into internal, external conflicts, the things that get in the way of your why. I'm not going to do all that today because I want to get into the next thing. And so if you have any questions too, you can reach out to me. I'm always here to help. I'm always supportive. The next thing is, again, having unrealistic expectations. Get rich quick, push button solution. When you don't know marketing and sales, you don't have to be a salesperson. I'm not. I've learned the marketing, and that's learning the unlimited income for life skills that I'm going to help you with, and you're going to learn through what I have and I recommend, and I'll get into that a little bit later on learning those things. So unrealistic expectations, and believing that this is a get rich quick thing because it's what you see, or joining that next leader who just tries to clump up at the top and earn the most from you or from others, and you never get there, or you didn't get spillover, whatever it was, you're not marketing correctly. That's a lot of the stuff. And you're actually helping out others that are not helping you. And if they're not showing up to help you, that's another thing. But many like gurus, influencers, they model in what they show you how to do something incorrectly, or it's correct, but is it enough? Is it what you want to do? Is it sustainable? Does it match you and your character and what you're doing? Does it go against your values? That's also another thing too. Most people don't have the values. And when they communicate with someone, it's like, or they're sharing something with someone or a group of people, like if I ask you, what are your values? And anything that goes against that, do you block it or do you welcome it in? You have to have higher standards to things too. So like influencers, you have gurus, can exaggerate earnings, or maybe they're not exaggerated, but you think because they do that, hey, they just did this, but you don't understand all the work that they had to do to get there. Or was there any work? Did they build a list of people? Did they do this? Did they communicate this way? And so it's about learning the strategy and the tactics. And so thinking you're going to earn thousands in a week, in a month, like I'm not saying it would not happen. I'm just, what are you doing to get to that? So start off with one thing to get to the next thing. What's our first thing? We have to come back to what's the way to get our first dollar? What's our activity ROI to get our first penny? Instead of thinking I need to get 10,000 a day, what are the activities we need to do to get our first dollar? And that's why people quit, because they don't know, or they don't do that thing, and they don't do it consistently. They're not showing up consistently, and they're not executing, or executing well enough and not executing consistently on that strategy, on that tactic, strategies and tactics. That's really it. And when the results don't match their expectations, that's when the sadness, the disappointment sits really hard, and the reality of it comes in. Now you're sitting on your couch like a couch potato, eating those chips, whatever you have going on, watching television. You know you don't want to. You just want to entertain yourself to take away from the stress and the thought of something else. It's usually what it is. Now, another thing here, having no patience, little to no patience. And that can also translate into consistency. So in affiliate marketing, it takes some time. It can take time to get a sign up, a sale, anything after that. So what that means is you should be building the foundation, learning and taking action, not just learning, but taking action, but being patient, being consistent, being persistent at it, delaying instant gratification. That's how we've been taught. That's how we've been programmed, is go out to work, get a paycheck, go earn your money that way, or do another business. But all the things that have to go on in another business, would you want to have all those things? And so it takes time, sometimes months, if not more, to see results. And results in your activities that's paying off doesn't always have to mean it's a sign up, a sale. It could be that, great. I'm not saying it always takes months for that. It just depends on what you're doing, how you're approaching it, what you're doing to get after it. And people quit after they try for a few weeks and they see little to no results, because they're the actual problem, not the system, unless you're a part of the wrong system and program and you don't have the right pieces in place. But your goal as an affiliate is to just send traffic, people to a system, a program, a product, and those avenues. But when you're not doing it enough, you're not showing up and executing the right way or enough, you gotta pivot, you gotta try harder at that. They're unrealistic. So instead of saying I'm gonna set 30, 60 days for myself, okay, do that, but also say, what am I going to do in those 30 to 60 days? Like, how am I gonna show up? Am I doing the right strategies and tactics? Oh, it wasn't. Oh, it was, okay, but I need to do more of it. I know it's working. Okay, I keep doing this and this and this. There's more that I can share with you, but just staying consistent. When nothing's happening, when nothing's working, or it is, but it's not enough, keep showing up. So the strategy or the system, jumping from one thing to the next, don't do that. I've done it. It happened to me many years ago in the beginning of my journey, and I had to learn the hard way. I kept going through one program, one system, thinking that, well, this one's saturated, I have to go promote something else. I think I'd have an advantage promoting this and nobody else's or enough of it, or it just doesn't work. It's all of this that I have to do to just get to this. And really what it was is I was the problem. I had to force then myself to understand that I was the problem as the operator and I needed to change. If I didn't change, I wouldn't have been able to change what I was doing in anything, not just business and in my life. So I had to realize that, but not jumping from one thing to the next just because somebody else is promoting it. Focus on that one thing, focus on that one program, focus on that one traffic, and get after it. They don't build an email list. Your email list is where a lot of the people will build know, like, and trust with you. And believe it or not, but when somebody can click a link in the email, a button on the email, in the email, that can go into like a video sales letter of a product they can sign up for and more, or they can go to a video, a blog post, a Facebook post, whatever that is. You give them value before they go to the product. But building your email list, the money is in the list. Continuing to build your email list is the way to go. And that's what you want to do. And having a funnel, a page before that where somebody you collect the name and an email, then they're a subscriber, and then you're following up, building proper know, like, and trust, because you're the product, people will buy into you. And by sharing your story, by doing this, the strategy, by sharing your storytelling your way to freedom, I discuss this and I share it, and I have a script in a Google Drive with more things in my Google Drive. When you go into my Facebook group and you go to my guide section, featured, and you go into, or guide section, you go to feature 2 and go to my first guide, and in the post you'll see my Google Drive you can pick up, and then you'll see the storytelling your way to freedom script and why that's important. So sharing your story and speaking about the problems, the constraints you're going through, and the struggles, the obstacles, that'll identify with the person, and they'll see through your eyes, that's their problem. Hey, I've gone through that, or I'm going through that. I want this transformation. I want this achievement that they have. How do I get there? And you sharing that, I'm going to show you a script, and it's as simple as putting it together, as making a short video. Hey, if this introvert can, just get over yourself. Get out of your comfort zone, right outside of your bubble, so you can grow. Nothing happens in your comfort zone. You just keep doing the same thing you're doing. Got to get out of your comfort zone. And in affiliate marketing, it'll do that. And I did a lot of blogging before I even did one video, so it's still hard for me to do. I don't like looking at myself. I feel weird talking into a phone, a video. It feels weird for me. And so they don't build their proper email list. They're not building their personal brand, business brand. That's the way to go. And I'm going to show you how to do those things. They rely on only sharing affiliate links on social media and don't understand the buyer psychology. In other words, what's your customer? What's your ideal target avatar, dream customer thinking? Problems, pain points, questions, roadblocks, obstacles. What are their ultimate outcomes, results? How can you help solve that with the product that aligns with them? But asking the right questions, understanding where they're at, meeting them where they're at. There's more that I can speak to that. But here, they have a lack of education or mentorship. So many people, they join things just to join them, and then they don't ever like plug in. You got to plug in. Plug into events if there's events. Doesn't mean you have to buy something. If it's helpful, it's helpful. Go to the community. You don't have to post in the community unless you want to, but go in there, look at what people are posting, and just learn from that and take action from that. Show up to Zoom calls, events. Get plugged in. Those who get plugged in normally do the best. There's no secret to that because they're learning and they're constantly doing more. They're learning more. They're putting more into their repertoire, their portfolio. So lack of education and mentorship, and when you do have that, it might not be the right type. So joining something you can get plugged into, coaching, one-on-one coaching, if it's a group coaching, mentorship program for a certain amount of time, that'll be helpful. That's what you do so you can accelerate your journey. Getting a mentor to help you get to where you want to get to and even much faster, that's what you need to have. And the education, you're not learning the right affiliate marketing stuff. It's fluff. It's not ever enough. It's outdated. It's not, but then it's not the right thing you want to learn. You want a different strategy. Getting the right up-to-date information matters. No traffic plan. So what are you doing to bring in consistent leads? You have to know, well, what am I doing to get in front of people? What's my traffic strategy to get in front of people and to build my email list, to get leads so I can build know, like, and trust, so I can give them value. I can send them to an affiliate product, program, page. And you got to learn and invest in learning, because you're learning and you're investing in your business and yourself, is learning social media marketing, learning SEO, blog, YouTube, solo ads, these different traffic channels. So you got to learn those things and stop relying only on hope, and understand systems and why systems do a lot of the heavy lifting and then a lot of other stuff too. This is very likely one, fear of being sold to. And as we are in this economy, believe me, I'm on top of economics very well. And I know where people are in the consumer price index, PPI. There's a lot of different things that I'm looking at in numbers, what people are spending on, what they're not spending on a lot, why that, their credit card usage has gone up, a lot of different things. And it is scary, I get that. So you're much more careful in where you spend your money. And also cutting expenses, things that you could be spending in other places, subscriptions, better subscriptions, membership packages. And I get it. There's a lot of stuff out here in affiliate marketing where somebody's just going to try to sell you and they haven't really cared enough to know about you or care enough to know what you're wanting and cater and tailor, customize that towards you. And that makes sense. I completely get it. And also, you may be afraid of sharing these things with people, of being seen online publicly, what you post on Facebook, because your friends, family members, well, I don't think much about that. I was in the beginning. I just post. And from time to time, sometimes I don't post something because I wouldn't want it to be seen by them. Other times I will, majority of it. But I'm here to help the people that I want to help, and they need the help, and what I'm here to offer them and the value that I have to offer them. So putting yourself out there through email, social media, video, and in other ways, and you're not building trust. And that's essential for many affiliate sign-up sales is, do people even know who you are? Do they care to know who you are, why you are the way you are? Before they even know what you do, how you do it. You might tell them what you do, how you do it before, but then you also lead into your story. Again, your story or another story of someone else, a case study, sharing experiences, reporting, hey, I did this, so this was what worked, what didn't work, what I'll do more of. Shiny object syndrome. So completely switching from one thing to the next, being inconsistent, never sticking to one strategy long enough for you to see any kind of results, any kind of progress or enough progress. And you're chasing the next big thing that starts you over again and you're not carrying that momentum. So every time, you start something new, you could have been doing enough on one, but maybe you didn't see enough of that boulder being moved. But you were just going to have to do more and then you would have got there. But then now you're starting all over again with something else. Now the momentum isn't there. You got to start something new. Lack of support and or accountability. So that kind of goes into mentorship and getting the right education, and doing everything alone can help, but you shouldn't always. Look for guidance, look what other people are doing. If you have to reach out to someone, do. And getting the right support, somebody that'll be accountable for you. You hold yourself accountable and responsible too. We have to take the training wheels off where you're not always having to ask the world or something, but you never do anything. The heck? Like, I'm not dumb enough to know that people are that way. Like, I know these things. That's why I'm more of an observer. I'm more careful in who I'm giving my energy and time to, because if I don't give it to the right people or they take advantage of that, I could be spending all my time just doing support and administrative tasks. Is that what you want to find yourself doing? No. Having the wrong mindset. They're treating this like, side hustle, whatever happens, happens, instead of a real business, because it is a real business. And don't get discouraged by having any small mistakes or large or small failures or large ones, because that can derail people. But when you're strong up here, whether something has worked already or not, you're like, I'll get over it because it has. But working on the personal development side of things, your strength up here, nothing will get in your way. So that's what I wanted to mention in this video. I could have gone into so much more, but learning, having a daily routine, getting into a mentorship program, build your email list, having realistic goals and timelines set, continuing to go even when it doesn't work, you continue to show up. I apologize, just turning this over a little bit. And so I hope that video this video was of help to you. I could have gone into much more into every single topic in every category I just mentioned. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please voice them for me down below in the comments. You can reach out to me in an email. But get started with the first link and everything that I have in the description. Get into my free and private Facebook group, my #1 recommended place to start, and the guidance that I'm going to be giving you and the support you're going to be getting that is unmatched, that is unparalleled, and show you what the right way to do this is. Because if you look at my past videos, I show you frameworks and things, programs, and I show you the bird's eye framework and overview. That's also another thing why people quit, is because, or they give up. Oh, they actually have to learn how to do this and this. It's gonna be something long term. Like, oh, I gotta actually learn how to put a bridge page, a capture page, or oh, I got a story here. And what? You can have a system that you can start with that has those things already, like the capture page, bit to video sales letter. You can use that and it can help and auto follow up and things like that. But you want to have control too over whatever you promote. So that's everything I'm going to say in this video. Look down below in the description to get started, and I will talk to you soon.